In a flashback, Ryo Mikage is fawned over by girls at his high school. His teachers note his grades to be superb, and he's shown to excel at basketball. Ryo narrates that he's always gotten everything he's ever wanted, as shown when he plays guitar and performed at a school festival. When it comes to soccer, Ryo feels some things are out of his reach. In the present, Ryo is at least glad he's made it as far as he has in Blue Lock, and is thankful to have the chance to play alongside Nagi Sashiro at least one more time. Ryo tells Nagi to keep his eyes on him. Yoichi Isagi and Nanase Nijiro sit together, examining their last match as Isagi explains how he scored his winning goal against Team B Nanase. Blown away by Isagi's thought process, questions if he figured out his plan before moving. Isagi explains that no, he reacted while he was already moving. Hiyori Yo sits down next to his teammates and comments he wasn't expecting Isagi's play. He'd passed the ball assuming Itoshi Rin or Ryusei Shido would get it. Isagi asks why Hiyori asked him to think as a reflex. Hiyori answers by comparing high-level soccer to the highest level of a fast-paced falling blocks game. Isagi realizes what he means and considers how he examined everything that was happening around him as he moved. Isagi hasn't learned any new techniques, he's just gotten faster. Isagi downplays his accomplishments. He claims that he was only in the position to score because Rin and Shido were competing with one another, making it easy to slip behind them, and because he had the help of Nanase and Hiyori. Nanase appreciates the compliment, but admits he helped Isagi because he was the only teammate he could keep up with, unable to follow Rin or Shido's movements. Isagi doesn't mind since it all worked out. Hiyori, meanwhile, is happy to have been able to take advantage of Isagi to show what he could do. The three boys share a celebratory high five, as they all did everything they could in their match against Team B. In his head, Isagi contemplates how he can continue to grow as a soccer player after reaching his latest milestone. Hiyori notices that the next match between Team A and Team C is about to start. On kickoff, Nagi, one of Team C's top 6 members, passes to Ryo. Ryo thinks to himself that he's grown stronger since Nagi chose Isagi over him during the second selection. He knows he's still nowhere near as good as Nagi, but he's determined to prove he belongs at his side. Together, the two dash across the field, passing the ball back and forth. Team A is shocked by how fast they are as Ryo performs a perfect pass to Nagi. However, the pass is intercepted by the tallest high school soccer player, Ishikari Yukio. Itoshi Rin, one of Team A's top 6 members, takes advantage of this and steals the ball. Shido, the other top 6 member of Team A, demands that Rin pass to him and is jilted when he's ignored. Igarashi Gurimu calls out to Rin to pass to him instead, referring to himself as a useful monk. Rin does as he wishes, exciting Igarashi. Igarashi tells himself that he and Rin are going to pull off an awesome play, but he's stopped in his tracks by Ryo. Igarashi knows he can't get past Ryo, so he considers who he should pass to. He tries to consider whether it would be better to ride Rin or Shido's coattails, but Shido threatening him makes him quickly pass to him. However, just after the ball is passed, it's stolen by Gagamaru Gin. Shido is impressed by Gagamaru's maneuver. The final top 6 member in the match, Team C's Yukimiya Kanyu, then takes the ball from him. Yukimiya faces off against Rin and gets past him using drag scissors. Yukimiya notes that soccer is fundamentally played one-on-one, and that there's no one in Japan better than him in one-on-one situations. Shido is thrilled by Kenyu's technique and wants to face him himself, rushing to take him on. Shido thinks to himself that, despite Yukimiya's nerdy appearance, he's an infighter who relies on his speed and physique, comparing him to a superior Meguru Bachira. Yukimiya proves too fast for even Shido to keep up with. Ryo is blown away by his speed and power and refers to him as the one-on-one emperor. Igarashi and Ishikari team up to take on Yukimiya. Ryo tells Yukimiya to pass to him, but he refuses. With no sight of the goal, Yukimiya makes a midfield kick. It looks like a miskick, but as Yukimiya refers to himself as a pacifist, the ball spins around toward the goal, with it turning out to be a gyro shot. Ryu Jubei rushes to block the goal, but Nagi gets the ball before he can. Nagi then takes advantage of the momentum and scores the first goal for Team C. Ryo is blown away, feeling completely insignificant next to Nagi and Yukimiya. "You are not the Nagi I used to know," he thinks. Ryo notes that the two aren't coordinating, but they enhance each other with their individually incredible plays. Nagi and Yukimiya compliment each other. The two high fives as Yukimiya tells Nagi he can call him Yuki. "I'm not good enough to satisfy you anymore, Nagi." Ryo continues to think. On the next kickoff, Shido passes to Rin. The two bicker as Ryo attempts to stop them, despite thinking to himself how the top six are practically superhuman. In contrast, he thinks of himself as just a balanced all-rounder. Igarashi wants Rin to pass to him, but he instead passes to Ishikari, who bounces the ball off his head. Jubei then takes advantage of his similarly great height to receive the ball and passes it back to Rin. Rin then scores the first goal for Team A, with Ryo comparing their teamwork to a chemical reaction. Ryo thinks about how the top six don't want anything except to be the best striker in the world. He knows he isn't like them. He knows that, even if he loses in Blue Lock, he'll still have a good life, coming from a wealthy family and excelling in most areas. Ryo remembers how his father told him he was born to be his successor at his company and that only a select few ever became soccer players. "There's no way you can be one," he was told. Ryo says that everything he just thought was bullshit as he dons an excited grin. To him, losing means going back to a life of boredom. As the camera turns to Nagi, Ryo thinks that what he wants is right here. It's nowhere but here. Ryo powers up, ready to give everything he has in what he knows could be his final soccer match, and passes to Yukimiya. Rin steals the ball from Yukimiya with a slide, mocking that he's not so good at 2-on-1. Ryo gets the ball, and, as Shido attempts to stop him, he and Nagi begin passing back and forth. Refusing to continue as a jack-of-all-trades, Ryo takes pride in his ability to perform any task on the field and declares himself a master of all trades. Despite Nagi being open for a pass, Ryo shocks everyone as he nears the net and attempts to score himself. With a powerful kick, Ryo scores the second goal for Team C, copying Yukimiya's shot. Ryo calls his new playstyle the Chameleon. Isagi is impressed by Ryo's copy ability. Nanase thinks this makes Ryo invincible. Hiyori notes, however, that he's still just a copycat, and that his reproductions can only operate at 99% efficiency at best. His moves will always be inferior to the original. He also can't replicate the physical attributes of others. As Isagi continues to consider how Ryo's power works, Rin scores the winning goal for Team A, ending the match 5-3. Ryo thinks to himself that he still isn't good enough to beat the top six, but now he knows how he can evolve. Nagi approaches Ryo and compliments him on his goal. Ryo, however, knows he still can't play the type of soccer Nagi wants to. He tells Nagi to leave him behind and keep looking down on him, while he works on becoming someone Nagi will chase after. Nagi understands and walks away. In the mid-credit scene, the Japan Football Union Special Advisor, Buratsuta Hiratoshi, meets with the captain of the Japan U20 team, Itoshi Sai. Sei's agent, Laurent Dabadi, follows in after Sei, telling him he can't just barge in. Sei mocks Buratsuta and calls the Japan U20 team shit, having now seen his new team in action and been unimpressed by them. Sei says he's backing out of their deal if the U20 team can't play better than a school team, even if he does want to face Blue Lock. To keep him on board, Buratsura promises he'll get rid of the current forwards and bring in anyone Sei wants, so long as they're Japanese. Sei declares that there's an idiot in Blue Lock he wants to team up with. And that's the end of this episode. If you want to watch more Anime Explained videos, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, follow our Instagram page and join our WhatsApp group for the latest updates.